Before we look at the laws of indices, first we're going to look at the terms as to what is the base and what is the power or index. So the number 2 here is what we call the base, and the number 5 here is what we call the power or index. 2 to the power 5 means 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 by 2 by 2. So that will give you 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, by 2 is 8, by 2 is 16, and by 2 is 32. So here we have the first law, which says when we are multiplying two numbers with the same base, we are going to add the powers. So if we have 2 to the power 2 multiplied by 2 to the power 3, that will be equal to 2 to the power 2 plus 3, which is equal to 2 to the power 5. And that answer would be 32. So in general, we say if you have a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n, that is equal to a to the power of m plus n. Now let's look at some examples using this first law. When the bases are the same and we are multiplying, we are going to add the powers. So here I have y to the power 3 multiplied by y to the power 4. And we're going to simplify that. So that's simply going to be equal to y to the power 3 plus 4. And we're going to get y to the power 7. Now in example 2, we have 2y squared multiplied by 3y to the power of 8. Now with the 2 and the 3, those are not the same base, so we just multiply them like normal, and we will get 6. And now the y, they have the same base, so we can simply add the powers. And we get y to the power 2 plus 8. So that will give us 6y to the power of 10. In example 3, we have 4w squared multiplied by 2y cubed multiplied by 5w to the power 5 and 3y to the power of 10. So we'll multiply the numbers 4 by 2 by 5 by 3. So 4 2s are 8, 8 by 5 is 40, and 40 by 3 will give you 120. Now we look at the situations where we have the bases being the same. So we have w squared and w to the power 5. So that will give us w to the power of 2 plus 5. Then we have y cubed and y to the power of 10. So we'll have y to the power of 3 plus 10. So that would imply 120 w to the power 7 and y to the power of 13. In example 4, I have 3 to the power of 9 multiplied by 3. So this 3 here will be 3 to the power of 1. So what we'll have is 3 to the power of 9 plus 1. And that will be equal to 3 to the power of 10. Now if the instructions is just to simplify, we can leave our answer like this. If the instruction was to solve, then we go to our calculator and get the value for 3 to the power of 10 and write that. Now we look at law number 2. So when we are dividing two numbers with the same base, we are going to subtract the powers. So for example, if I have 2 to the power 7 divided by 2 to the power 3, both of them have the same base of 2 and powers of 7 and 3. So what I'll do is write the base 2, put the one that comes first, which is 2 to the power 7. So I'm writing 7 first. Then I'll take away the one that comes second, which is the 3. And that will give me 2 to the power of 4. And 2 to the power of 4 would give you 16. Now in example 2, we have to simplify y to the power of 4 divided by y to the power of 3. Now notice we have the same base being y, and the powers 4 and 3. So what we'll have is y, and since y to the power of 4 comes first, we write the 4 first, and then we take away the one that comes second, which is the 3. And that will give us y to the power of 1, which is understood to be just y. So in example 3, we have 2y to the power of 4 divided by 5y squared. Now the 2 and the 5, they can't cancel. They are not the same base, but the y to the power of 4 and the y to the power of 2, they have the same base. So there we can subtract the powers. So what I'll do, I'll write this as 2y to the power of 4 over 5y squared. And then I'll put that equal to 2 over 5 times y to the power of 4 take away 2. The reason the 4 comes first because that is first on the numerator, and then 2 comes second because that's on the denominator. So I have 4 first, then 2. And what I'll get here is 2 divided by 5 and y to the power of 2.